Your music live. Your music, your music, your music live. It's your music live. It's your music live.
Ding, 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 ding. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome into Your Music Live. My name is Pete Johns, and for the next couple of hours or thereabouts, we're going to be playing your best music, and we're doing it live, or sort of live. We are live to tape. We're like the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, but indie music edition, because this was recorded a day before you're watching it right here and right now. So it means that, you can still interact because it's still a premiere video here on YouTube, and you can hang out and join the community and let us know what you think of all these super rad songs. They're all down in the description. Nothing else really changes except that I'm in the future, and this is past Pete doing the show. We are brought to you, as we are each and every week, by our wonderful friends at DistroKid. If you're an independent creator, an artist, you want to get your music out there to Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, Deezer, all the places with just one yearly subscription for less than 25 clams a year, if you can believe it. Check out DistroKid and save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. Despite the fact that we're not actually live, we still have a whole bunch of great music to play for you this week. We're going to kick off with one of the greatest bands from Australia. They're the Lily Pillies, and this is their brand new track. It's called Teleport Back. To kick us off in style, YML is on the air.
Time goes fast and memories quickly fade away. I remember everything like yesterday. Can't rewind, but I still hear the songs we knew. Words unspoken always make me think of you. Teleport back to the radio days when we knew all the words to the songs they played. Teleport back to a place in time when we dreamed and we danced with no end in sight. I can hear all the records we played. All the memories haunt me to this day. Flashbacks, replays, looping through my brain. Things will never be the same. Staring at the pictures we took that day. Holding on to all the memories by the lake. Sing the songs and play the chords on my guitar. I close my eyes but I can't see where back to the radio days when we knew all the words to the songs they played. Teleport back to a place in time when we dreamed and we danced with no end in sight. I can hear all the records we played. All the memories haunt me to this day. Flashbacks, replays, looping through my brain. Things will never be the same.
The Lily Pillies taking us back to the before time, to the long, long ago, and Teleport Back. It's the title of our new single, out now everywhere as our third album, which is out 1st of July. It's about wishing we could rewind and go back to the days when we knew all the words of the songs they played. Yeah, there's something about that, isn't there? There's so much music these days that gone are the days where, you hear the same 10 songs on the radio all day, every day. And look, it's not that that's not a good thing. Variety is the spice of life, but especially for us older folks, you do remember back to the days where you're like, I remember, you listen to the radio and you'd hear the same song every day for like 3 months and you'd know it word for word. Let's stick in the 80s, shall we now, with a little 80s style fun from our mate Gordon Lee Weaver. So we're going to jump from Australia all the way up to Canada with this one. It is called Quick, Put On Your Shoes. Gordon Lee Weaver, Your Music Live.
Restless, time ticking, clock is frowning, just the same old four walls, boring, then surprise, when
something about Gordon Lee Weaver's music that just, I don't know. It's so unique but so familiar. Does that make any sense at all? It's got this very unique style to it, but yeah, once you hear it, you know it every other time you listen to it, which is pretty cool. A lot of us tend to try and think every time you do a new song, you got to reinvent the wheel. You got to do something completely new and completely different. But guess what? Bands have styles and artists have styles, and there's actually nothing wrong with that. I think sometimes we think every song's got to have different guitar tones and different drums and different bass and different vocals. Yeah, no, not so much. Talk to Rage Against the Machine and Red Hot Chili Peppers and Pearl Jam and Faith No More. Sure, you mix it up and you vary your styles, but you've got that unique sound that's just yours. And Gordon definitely has that. Next up, we have Splinter, not the rat guide from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the artist called Splinter says, "Hi Pete, hope you're well and the Studio Live community are having a fantastic stream today. I'm going to assume that we are. My new demo track, Collapsing, is a song about the intricacies and vulnerabilities in a relationship." A bit of a mouthful, I know, as you heard me trying to say it there. With this one, I tried to be a little more experimental with the genre blending, and I'd love to hear what you all think. As always, I produced, wrote, and recorded the song in Logic Pro, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Well, we're going to jump over here to slaps.com, and we're all going to enjoy it together. And you heard Splinter. Please leave your feedback. If you're here on the live premiere, let us know what you think. If you're on the replay, drop your comments down below and hit that like button while you're there. I got to tell you to do the YouTube things, don't I? It's my job. But for now, my job is to hit play on this epic track from Splinter. It is called Collapsing. Your music live.
Spare your words, there's no use defending me. You plug and play, but I can with the penalties. Spend my time untangling my cables. Should've cut them off, now I'm barely stable. When I see you doing well, gotta turn my face. Jealousy is rushing in at a rapid pace. Yeah, you call me immature when you see it now. No controlling it this time, I let it out. There's no plan in your hands. Compromised. Hypnotized. A piercing gaze into my soul. A sickness I cannot let go. When you're with me, collapsing, I'm so shallow. A weakness I can never show. When you're with me, oh, love and hate are so intertwined. So out and free, they can't be defined. Guess that's why I can't stand you. Tail end of a coin splitting us in two. Arms locked, fingers pointed at me. I go pale when you finally see I only hold you down. Now you want to safely drown. There's no plan in your hands. Compromised.
My friend, if that's the demo, I simply can't wait to hear the full version, because that sounds super cool and super polished. And share it here on slaps.com. You can see I'm throwing fire on it there. I can save it. I can share it. In fact, let's talk a little bit about slaps.com while I leave a comment here for our mate Splinter. So what I'll say is we will be spinning this on YML this week. It's a bit weird living here in the past, present, future, but you can leave comments here. This is what's so cool about slaps.com. And if you're wondering why I'm waxing poetic, slaps.com is from our friends at DistroKid. Yes, our sponsors of this very show. So before you sign up to DistroKid to get your stuff on Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube Music and all the rest, you can check out slaps.com for absolutely free. And here's a cool thing. You can do things like share your demos. You can share your remixes. You can share a work in progress. Hey, you can share your full, complete, polished songs. It's a great sharing platform. And the cool thing it has is this, the CTR, or comment to track ratio, meaning that you have to comment on 5 songs for every 1 song that you throw up on the platform. And you can put any genre in here. Uploading is as simple as hitting the post button and putting your details in here. You've even got different groups that you can have. So when we do 8-bar challenges and when we do our big Songtember, we've got that. And you can even come out here to the sort of trending page and find. It's like a great music discovery engine. So you can find music, and that is slaps.com from our friends at DistroKid. And we'll talk a little more about the greatness that is DistroKid later on the show, but I highly recommend you check them out. Next up, we have an artist we're playing for the first time. This is Kagdas Turan. And they say, I'm reaching out to share my latest track, Hayam, a mystical and poetic song inspired by the quatrains of Omar Khayyam. And I think this is a Turkish artist, they told me when they reached out. So that's very cool to have another artist from Turkey here on the show. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? Hayam here, Kagdas Turan, Your Music Live. Absolutely a universal language. How cool is that? Kagdas Turan for the first time, and hopefully not the last time, here on Your Music Live. Thank you for sharing that one. And if you're new to the show and you're wondering, hey, why is this guy playing only 1 to 2 minutes of each of these songs? This is your Whitman samplers of music shows. We play a couple of minutes, and then the cool thing is you can then jump down in the description. You can go and check out the song in its entirety and stream it and like it and follow it and love it and do all the things. So thank you so much for sharing that one. While you're down there in the description, you know what to do. There's a little button, thumbs up, or you know what, thumbs down. If you're not a fan of of awesome independent music from all around the world, and you're for some reason still watching this show, feel free to let me know why. All right, up next we've got Harriet B. Hi, Pete. Hi, Harriet. This is a YouTube community piece song. Makis Paradisopoulos is an amazing guitarist who does a riff each day. He had previously overdubbed one of my songs, and then I worked a melody out of one of his riffs, and we went on to work on this song together. If my voice sounds a little different, it's because Makis added 2 to 4 voice tracks on it. His guitar more than makes up for it. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing this one. I didn't even pre-listen to this, which I normally do to get ready for the show, but I wanted to hear this for the first time right now. So this is The Wounds That Shape the Light, Harriet B. and Makis on this one.
Little child, I can see within your eyes all the feelings that you can't disguise. You've seen things you shouldn't see, things that maim and kill humanity. This world is cruel, since your birth. Oh, little child, can you forgive a world that thought you shouldn't live, a world that made you cry, thought that you must die? But war couldn't break you, death couldn't take you, you survived. The wounds that shaped the light in a war that's not your fight. Little child, if you grow, I hope you'll know.
What beautiful, yeah, the intersection between the vocals and let's try it again. No, I'm not going to try your surname again. I'm sorry. I know that I hate it when people do that, when they're like, oh, your name is too difficult to say. I'll always try and say it, because I've learned over the years from working in customer service that people that have names that are a little harder to pronounce know it, and they prefer that you give it a crack. So let's try it again. Makis Paradisopoulos. How did that go? Yeah, very cool sounding guitar, great vocals on that one, Harriet B. And I love the coming together of different people within the same community or different communities across the world. We have so many great collaborations. In fact, we've got another collaboration song to come very shortly that we'll be playing for you soon. So, yeah, got that to look forward to. Before that, though, we're going to grab this tune from Creejaws, who says, Captivity explores the paradox of feeling confined as a kid while being free from the weight of responsibility. Recorded in a home studio as usual. What an interesting concept. Yeah, captivity. So as a kid, you got no responsibility, but you've also got no freedom. And then as soon as you cross over into that age where you have freedom, you got all these, adulting responsibilities. I love the concept, and I also love this song. So let's give it a spin here on Your Music Live. Just a perfect amount of shoegaziness with melodic rock and grungy tones in there from Creejaws. Yeah, definitely reminiscent of a lot of the bands from the 90s in particular, which I approve of because guess what? I'm a child of 90s music. Well, I'm a teenager of 90s music, and they do say that the music you hear in your teens and your early 20s are pretty much what you kind of go with for the rest of your life. And if you saw my car and all the radio stations programmed in, it's like old school 90s, mixed 90s, Triple M 90s, 90s 90s. I can't believe it's not the 90s. All the stations are 90s because both myself and me wife, I suddenly went all chimney sweep there, didn't I, Governor? We both loved the 90s and still do. Speaking of the 90s, Someone who was around in the 90s, oh, how's that for a slick segue, was Michael, aka Zland Band. So if you're watching here live on the premiere, or even if you're in the replay, just do it anyway. Just put a whole bunch of Zs in the chat. Why? Because we always have, and it kind of confuses folks that come here because they're like, halfway through the song and they're like, is everyone asleep? Why do they think this song is boring? I don't think you're going to think it's boring because Michael says, hey, Pete, so who paid for all her pretty clothes? Candy knows. Mysterious.
You could see it in her eyes. She could feel it between her thighs. The feeling was a revelation. Better than she had imagined or known. Beyond all the candles she had blown. From her hazelnut hair down to her toes. Candy knows. Don't contradict her. You always cause a stir. She's immune to damnation. Oblivious to the truth when a lie sounds better. But please don't hold us against her. So who paid for her pretty clothes? Candy knows. This is not only a story about her, it's about me and who we were, and the seed of all temptation. She was alluring to a fault, hard and yet soft to the touch, never at a loss for words or in a rush. Who bought all that white powder for her nose? Candy knows. She never saw it coming.
I really enjoy Michael's spoken word stuff. He is such a wordsmith and his voice is so just captivating. It just draws you in to whatever he's saying. And yeah, really, really cool stuff there from Michael, aka Zland Band. If you'd like to hear the whole thing, because we only got about 2/3 the way through, you can jump in the description of this very video because you want to follow Michael. 207 other folks already do. So why don't you follow him too? Hey, that rhymes. And you know that rhymes. Thank you for sharing that one. If you're just joining us, this is Your Music Live. And if you're wondering why I might not be responding to your specific comments in the live chat of this premiere, it's because we're recording live to tape this week. And the reasons for that are that I've got some work being done on my property and the power is going to have to be turned off and on a couple of times. And you know how these things work. Of course, it would turn out that the tradie arrives right and smack bang in the middle of Your Music Live. So to ensure that we continue rocking and there's no interruption to the amazing indie tunes, I decided we'd pre-record this week. We will be back live next week here from the studio. So thanks for bearing with me. Speaking of bears, I don't have a segue that involves bears, but I did mention I can barely hold back my excitement because, oh, see, this is Let the Tiger Roar. Tigers and bears. Okay, we've lost it now. We've lost it. I'm sorry. This is that collaboration I was telling you about. This is Arnie G and Marcus Cannell. They say Let the Tiger Roar is the opening track from our new and first album, The Roar and the Roar. The Road and the Roar. Doing really well this time. After 2.5 years of making music together, releasing a full album felt like the natural next step for Marcus and me. A way to mark the journey so far. And by the way, Marcus and me, thanks for using correct grammar. I always say things like Marcus and I, but you wouldn't say felt like the right thing for I. So it's me. There you go. Correct grammar is important too. I think I need to play the song. This is Let the Tiger Roar here on Your Music Live.
Child
cool. A really rockin' tune there from Auntie G and Marcus. And if you know kind of the background of Auntie G, she's a big country fan and loves singing country style tunes. And then she gets together with Marcus, who does this epic kind of instrumental metal sounds, and they just work. So sometimes, what is it, peanut butter and chocolate? You know, you come together and just works. So really cool stuff there. And congrats on the album. That is super exciting. And I love the fact that I'm not going to take full responsibility for this, but hey, we did give Auntie G her name, sort of. She mentioned that she needs an artist name and that her nieces and nephews called her Auntie G. And she's like, should that be my name? And we're all like, yes. And then Marcus Cannell was sharing music here in the community as well. And yeah, they just made a connection and started creating music, which is just so wonderful to see. Up next, we have Countess Velthra. Countess Velthra says, track 3 of 8, Through the Glass, from my debut album, Invocation. I like that, Invocation. And we're going to cue this one up because it starts at 11:10. So let's you and I jump over and listen to this one here on Your Music Live. Gothic rock sounds there from Countess Velthra. Love it. Great stuff there, and thank you for sharing that one. Up next, we have... Why did I suddenly go like Mario? Up next, we have Elzada Nevada, who says, in the end times, we have all these problems, but nothing can stand against us in Christ Jesus. Please play from 55 seconds. Thank you for your awesomeness. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. I got to read it. If you write it, I'll read it in the description. Thank you for sharing that one. Where were we queuing this from? 55 seconds. All right, let's cue this one up to 55 and give it a spin here on Your Music Live. Hey, that rhymes. And you know that rhymes.
Can you believe that the nations rose up against one another again? Can you believe that the laws have gone even to kill a child within? Heard we could rise even stronger and get ready for what's ahead. And I take my time to praise you on the floor. I'm waiting till your glory fills the air. These are the signs of the times. The glory of the Lord will bring us to the highest realm. So stand up and His holy fire. These are the signs of the times. My Yeshua is coming soon. Are you ready for Him? Don't give up that burning word. Place in your hearts again. Signs and wonders, signs and wonders, signs and wonders. These are the signs of the time.
hook there. Very sing-along and clap-alongable too there. Signs of the Time, Elzada, Nevada, here on Your Music Live. Thank you for sharing that one. Been doing great job and produced, I'm assuming, by David Prune as usual. Thank you. David Prine. Prune? Did I just change your name, David? Thank you for sharing, be caring. And Sharon, be Karen. Speaking of Sharon is Karen, we don't have the Sharon is Karen merchandise available just yet, but if you head over to studiolivetoday.com/merch, you too can own the biggin, Big Carl, which is our new, I don't know, I've just named it that, Big Carl. No, that's a homage to Cougar Town, wonderful TV show. This is the new Studio Live Today mug. It is a biggin. You can still get the small one, but tell you what, yeah, the only thing better than coffee is more coffee. Phantom Agents is up next. Our mate Clint from right here in Australia says, "Hi Pete, here in the replay as usual, a funk rock tune cues can never decide what genre I'm doing, even mid-song." There you go. So, see, I read the description word for word, even if I don't fully understand it. This is Friends, Phantom Agents, Your Music Live.
About your friends, will they stand their ground? What about your friends, will they let you down? Greatness is true and they'll be with you. What about your friends, will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? What about your friends, are they gonna be low down? Will they be around? What about your friends, will they stand their ground? What about your friends, will they let you down? Greatness is true and they'll be with you. What about your friends, will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? What about your friends, are they gonna be low down? Will they be around? What about your friends, will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? What about your friends, are they gonna be low down? Will they ever be around? Will they give the facts on you? What are they gonna do? If your friend is true, then they'll be with you. What about your friends, will they stand around? Guess we should have tried to kill my family close eyes. One of the things for being around. Guess we should have tried to kill my family close eyes. Make me home now. What about your friends?
Phantom Agents bringing da funk as per usual, and some cool looking psychedelic video work going on there too from old mate Clint. Thank you for sharing that one. Yeah, a few different genres that you could call that, but you know what? I just call it cool. So yeah, we don't need to pigeonhole and label and put everything in a box. Unless that's your jam, unless that's what you want to do. In which case, box on. We've still got a few songs to go here in the first half. We're then going to dive under the covers with a cover song or two, and then we are going to finish off with, we're going to reveal our featured artist of the week. No DJ Spin That Wheel or Play My Fire Beat equivalent this week because you're in the future, and it would be very hard to determine who's watching right now. I mean, I could guess Mark Bro, Michael, aka Zed Lambound, Thomas Christ might be out there as well. Maybe the Lily Pillies. Hey Manny, how you doing? Should we guess Joe and Barry Glenn? Maybe you're here. Anyway, let's continue on. This is Patrick Loren, who says this song is about life choices and having the courage to right some wrongs. I hope you enjoy the song. It means a lot to me. I haven't heard from Patrick for a while, so always a pleasure to hear from him. And we're going to spin this one for you. You're Not Okay.
You can choose to ignore all the songs that led you here. But look, you're not okay. You're not okay. Now's the time to be bold. Don't wait for your story to unfold gracefully. Waiting patiently for things to align in a comfortable line. So pick yourself up, stand up straight. I wonder if you know you're fated. If you've been scared too long of being proven wrong.
I mean, oh, and then strings. Okay, come on. When you're 6/8 time, acoustic guitar, wonderful vocals, a beautiful sounding piano, and then a little string build in there, come on, not fair. Patrick, Lauren, you're not okay. How cool is that? Great to hear from you again, Patrick. That was just a perfect song. Right up my alley. Again, I love ballads. I love folk music. I love 6/8 time. Not lovely. I like the slightly jangly sound, like on the guitar there. Just that kind of a treble heavy sound. I don't think it gets used enough. I think sometimes we want that rich sort of tone on acoustic guitar, but when you've got the piano there as well, just that sort of light touch on the guitar processing sounded really good. Thanks for sharing that one. Next up is Eric Bell. G'day, Eric Bell. This is called End Credits Theme. And he said, no shreds were harmed in this. We've got a bit of a running joke here, Eric and I, about shredding on guitar. So let's see what Eric has produced for us this time, hey? Says on the tin, end credits theme there from Eric Bell. Very cool stuff. You did change, you got me there for the first, 20 seconds. There was no guitar, and I'm like, ooh, could this be the first ever Eric B tune to not feature a lead guitar? But no, thankfully, we got that awesome guitar tone in there after all. Thank ya for sharing that one. Hey, if you like sharing things, you love DistroKid, that is the way that you can get your music out there to all the streaming platforms. It's a no-brainer. You don't have to think about it. You just sign up, $24.99 per year. And again, how many subscriptions do you have that are only $25 a year? Most of my subscriptions these days seem to be more than that per month. I'm looking at you, YouTube Premium, you $39.99 fools. But again, I'm addicted. I love my YouTube with no ads, as Probably you do too, if you're a YouTube Premium member. But I say all that to say $24.99 per year, and it allows you to get your music out there to the world, and you can save yourself 7% off if you use the link up there or in the description. Regional's up next. Broken is an electronic song I made on Fruity Loop Studio that helps you picture the idea about what it's like to lose someone, to go to a church and attend their funeral, or even just knowing that someone you love is hurt or injured, and all you can think about is what went wrong and forgot that God can heal them. This is Regional and Broken on Your Music Live. Love the use of the rain imagery there for the kind of break with the and then back into the track. Very cool, very clever stuff. Great track there from Regional. Why am I not subscribed to Regional? I've fixed that right now. So you can go and subscribe to them as well. Because again, if you're just joining us or if you're new around here and you're wondering, why is this weird guy only playing half a song? Where's the rest of it, you bugger? Well, I'll say firstly, manners, and secondly, you can go and check it out yourself. That's the whole point of this. I started this because I wanted folks to get a taste for all the cool artists that we have in this community and their new songs. And then what do? You go and you follow them. You choose. You go and decide who you want to follow, who you want to subscribe to, who you'd like to hear more from. And please do that. Please jump into their comment sections on their SoundClouds or slaps.com or YouTubes or wherever and let them know. Let them know you heard them here. Because it is wonderful. I know we don't do music for the kudos, but it still feels nice. It's a warm, fuzzy feeling in your cockles when someone says, hey, I heard your song. I thought it was rad. So do that. Next up, we have Benched Bread. A very cool name for an artist. I love your artist names, folks. Hi, this is Benched Bread again, here with another track I called Short Trip to Venus. I like it. Let's give it a spin, shall we? This is Benched Bread here on Your Music Live. Again, did what it said on the tin. And I don't know why I expected it to be longer. It told me it was a short trip to Venus. Not a marathon flight to Venus. Very cool stuff there from Benched Bread. Thank you for sharing. And now I can't play that ABBA tune that YouTube tried to queue up for me next. All right, we're going to play this next one from Bart Blue, who we heard from a week or two ago, I think. This song was written for my daughter after her mother and I were divorced. It was my way of letting her know that if she was ever missing her dad, all she had to do was look at the moon and know I would see the same moon wherever I was in the world, thinking of his little girl. She's grown and married now with 4 children of her own, and this song is one of her favourites still. A special song. I record all my songs live on a mixing board. No AI is ever used. Good stuff indeed. Recording live and that live music sound. Still nothing quite like it, is there? Nothing quite live. Something like that. This is Man in the Moon 2023 edition. Bart Blue here on Your Music Live.
Don't you cry anymore, little girl, 'cause I'm the man in the moon. Don't you sigh anymore, little girl, 'cause I'm the man in the moon. When you're all alone and you need someone, just look at the moon and I'll be there looking at you. Wipe those tears from your eye, little girl, 'cause I'm the man in the moon. Wipe those tears from your mind, little girl, 'cause I'm the man in the moon. When you're all alone and you need someone, just look at the moon and I'll be there looking at you.
How adorable is that? That is just the coolest thing. Yeah, music can be used for very cool purposes, and what a wonderful thing. It's kind of the vibe of that, what was it, Somewhere Out There from An American Tale? Kind of gives me those sort of feels. Obviously not the type of song. This one's way more cool and groovy there from Bart Blue. So thank you for sharing that one. And sharing is definitely caring in this case. Cool stuff indeed. Up next, we got Minnesota Flats. Do you have to say it like that? Minnesota Flats, eh? That's my Minnesota accent. Tim Feeney, a.k.a. Minnesota Flats. At the tail end of last week's show, you mentioned that songs that come in around 2 minutes might be played in their entirety. So I went through my library to see what qualified. I wanted to take another crack at the mix on this one. Anyway, so much the better. This song began with the bass line, which reminds me of a pirate's sea shanty for some reason. So now I think about pirate ships and battles on the high seas whenever it plays. It is called Suntown 2.0, a new mix of this one from Minnesota Flats. And you're right, minute 58, I gotta be a man of my word. We're playing this thing all the way through. have it. Definitely, I get it. I definitely hear and get the vibes going on there of that one. Oh, War Games is free on YouTube, movies and TV. There you go. I'll be watching that later. I think I actually bought it. Yeah, really cool. Definitely driven by the bass line there, and awesome sounds all round. Like I could feel the buzz of the bass here in the studio, and very nicely done there from Tim Feeney, Minnesota Flats. Couple of songs to go here in the first half, and then we'll be taking a break while we reveal our featured artist, and also we're going to do some cover songs. Maybe both at the same time. Up next, we've got Secretary of Fate. Are you ready to travel back in time? This is the 80s synth remix of our debut single, whose title, We Are All Stories in the End, was inspired by a quote from the legendary TV series Doctor Who, used by Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor. The song deals with the idea that our life story is the making and challenges us to create our stories with purpose and passion. I like it. Secretary of Fate, and this one is called We Are All Stories in the End.
The pages of life were written bold. Every line, every twist, every turn we hold, from the moment we're born till the very end. We're the tales that we tell, we're the legends we send. We are all stories in the end. Just make it a good one, my friend. With every word, with every rhyme, we paint our lives in rhythm and time. Through the highs and the lows, carve on mark in the echoes of laughter, in the shadows dark. With each chapter closed, a new one begins. We're the authors of fate, with our hopes and sins. We are all stories in the end. Just make it a good one, my friend. With every word, with every rhyme, we paint our lives.
Very cool video. I love the imagery and the flashing pink and neon going on there. Cool stuff. Thank you for sharing. Sharing, be caring. Secretary of Fate. Fate. Doctor Who. Any Doctor Who fans out there? I was never a Whovian. Is that what you call yourselves? No, probably not. I was never a doctorial. Probably not. Yeah, it wasn't my jam, but I did try one time. I watched a couple. I think it might have been the Matt Smith ones, the 11th Doctor, and I'm like, this is everything I want. It's sci-fi, it's time travel, it's intrigue, but no, it just didn't stick. But I don't begrudge anyone. If it's your jam, you do you. Like what you like. Final song, our ultimate song of the first half here, comes to us from Sticks for Guns. Yes, it's our mate Richard out of the UK. This was inspired when watching a post-apocalyptic sci-fi drama. Tried to create a dark, ominous, foreboding piece. Well, if I know Richard, he can succeed at doing that. And here you go, another media-related. TV and movies are apparently driving a lot of the cool music this week. So let's play this one, Stay Till the End, which is very fitting because it's the end of the first half. This is Sticks for Guns. shiver going up my spine is any indication, success. Yes, definitely got the feel of the apocalyptic nature of that tune. Spot on. Stay till the end. We didn't, but you can, because you can jump down in the description and check it out. Hey, what did you think of our first half of the show? What an amazing crop of talented artists. Yeah? Thank you for hanging out with us. If you'd like to go and check out the full versions of any songs you've heard, jump into the description. The links to the full versions are there. You can follow these artists and have a good old time. It is time to play our featured artist. And then we're going to jump into some cover songs. And the featured artist this week has just released a cover. Now, I don't normally do this. I haven't even listened to this. I was literally, while we were doing the show, I was trying to find what song I would play here. Because as you know, when we have a featured artist, well, you may not know, but what we do is we play their new song at the end, or the song they've submitted, and then Pete chooses another song to play here in the midpoint. But because they've got another song that literally was released today, which is yesterday, which is the past, which is the future. Hey, confusing, I know. Then I'm going to play this one. The artist is Wild Rose CC, who has been a long-time contributor to the channel, long-time Patreon member of this channel, has been supporting me and Studio Live Today for a long time. And I couldn't believe when I went and checked, I'm like, how have we not had Wild Rose CC as a featured artist? Well, we're going to correct that right now. And I don't even know what this is a cover of, because it doesn't have the artist here, but it says Helplessly Hoping. So maybe Wild Rose CC can shed some light, or maybe you know who this is by and you're frantically typing it in the chat right now. But we're going to listen to it. Our featured artist this week, Wild Rose CC and Helplessly Hoping, here on Your Music Live.
Helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers nearby, awaiting a word, gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit. He runs, wishing he could fly, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside. Heartlessly helping himself to her bad dreams, he worries. Did he hear a goodbye? Or even hello? They are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. Stand by the stairway, you'll see something certain to tell you. Confusion has its cost. Love isn't lying, it's loose in a lady who lingers, saying she is lost and choking on hello. They are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other.
Absolutely beautiful stuff there, Wild Rose CC. And yeah, apparently that's Crosby, Stills and Nash. And I probably should have known that. People are yelling and shaking their fists at the screen saying, you should know that, Johns. You're a music guy. What's your deal, man? Well, I just know that was beautifully done. Thank you so much for sharing that one. Next up, we have a Neil Young cover. Speaking of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Neil Young cover here from Joey Cyclone. Says, hi Pete, if you have room for a cover this week, we do. How about my version of Neil Young's After the Gold Rush, as Neil Young is headlining Glastonbury on Saturday the 28th, just 25 miles down the road from me. I recorded this last year as part of the Rocktober Covers Month, and it is the arrangement made popular by the folk band Prelude in the 1970s. 3-part harmony, double-tracked, and all vocals are me. Looking forward to hearing this one. This is Neil Young cover, After the Gold Rush.
Well, I dreamed I saw the knights in armor coming, saying something about a queen. There were peasants singing and drummers drumming, and the archers split the tree. There was a fanfare blowing to the sun that was floating on the breeze. Look at Mother Nature on the run in the 1970s. I was lying in a burned out basement with a full moon in my eyes. I was hoping for a replacement when the sun burst through the sky. There was a band playing in my head, and I felt like getting high, thinking about what a friend had said. I was hoping it was a lie. Well, I dreamed I saw the silver spaceships flying in the yellow haze of the sun. There were children crying and colors flying all around the chosen ones. All in a dream, all in a dream. The loading had begun. Flying Mother Nature's silver seed to a new home in the sun. Flying Mother Nature's silver seed to a new home in the sun.
How cool was that, Joey Cyclone? And After the Gold Rush, a cappella style there. And that is our cover songs for this week. Yeah, light on covers, but that just means more time for awesome independent tunes. Hey, welcome into the second half, brought to you by our wonderful friends at DistroKid. Don't forget you can save 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan if you use the link up there or in the description. I'll tell you a little bit more about them in just a wee jiffy, but let's dive on in to the second half here with this track from The Foundlings. They say, well, Pete, our band has been bombarding you with tracks from our latest album, Gaslight Alley, over the past 2 years, and we were surely grateful. Here is the last and title track from said album, written on a Saturday morning in the Hampton Inn in Music City a few years back while recovering from a hangover brought on by both bourbon and broken relationships. Most of us have gone down this road, but here's hoping we all eventually turn the corner. This is Gaslight Alley, this is The Foundlings, and this is your Music Live.
There's no need for you to run, 'cause now I'm walking away. The best may be yet to come, but I'm not gonna stay. 'Cause when
Foundling, Gaslight Alley, the title track from the album. And if you haven't already checked it out, go and do so. Check out the description below. You won't be disappointed, yo. Oh, we're into the second half here, and I do miss you. I miss having the live interactions, but we're going to soldier on anyway. I'm just going to assume that you're all giving a round of the pause to the Foundlings there, and you're ready for a big second half. And why am I saying things weird like that? Well, it's because we're recording live to tape this week. I am here in the premiere, as so are you, but I'm actually recording this prior, the before times. It's past Pete, but we're still going to rock out, including this next one from Knox, who say, I wanted to write a song, not just any song, but a story. I was thinking about my current situation and what quick option would someone more desperate than me would take? A bank robbery. Yeah, don't rob banks, kids, but write songs about robbing banks, and that's what Knox have done here. This one's called No Way Out.
In the silence, our weapons away. I lay beside you with nothing to say.
Ready on the track.
Words of violence, so we let them fade. Bite my tongue. Is there another way out? Is there another way out? Is there another way out?
Pack it up, put your hands in the air. This is a robbery, I will shoot you, I don't care. I was down bad, quarter hungry in the rain. I just lost my job, man, it's a different kind of pain. Saw the clerk at the counter just counting up the bills. Cash were up and stacking up $100 bills. I stepped through the door with a shiesty on my face. Don't try to be a hero, just empty out the safe. I used to work on different cars, I was good at stay straight. Oil on my hands long, I was never late. Boss let me go, swear I was about to suffocate. We're curled where we living and it's time to reciprocate. Ain't no help coming, they just watch me fall. I was tired of all the begging, it's time to shoot the ball. A man's heart is tested when he's got his back to the wall, with no one left to call.
In the silence, our weapons away. Shut the fuck up. I lay beside you with nothing to say. Put it in the fucking bag. Words of violence, so we let them fade. Bite my tongue. Is there another way out?
Oh, and what will happen? What's the rest of the story going to tell? Why do you only get half the story? What's going on? You're going to have to go check it out. That was super cool. That was, I'll go as far as to say, that was rad. Thank you for sharing that one. Very cool. Just the contradiction and the contrast between the sections there. A little Eminem and Dido, dare I say, not to draw too many comparisons, but very cool stuff, and you can check out the full version down in the description as per usual. Hey, something special for you up next. This is Swarnika Gayatri Amol Golani, and if that name sounds sort of familiar, here's why. Introducing Swarnika Gayatri Amol Golani, my daughter, who is a musical child prodigy. She is just 3.5 years old and has been performing on stages and recordings. She effortlessly sings intricate ragas with pure emotions and devotion, and is just adorable to listen to and watch. So yeah, if you've seen Gayatri Golani perform before, this is her daughter, and this is super cool. Let's just take a listen. How cool is that? And playing the harmonium better than I could, that's for sure. And just playing, super talented, obviously. A very musical family, and lots of love and joy and passion goes into music around that house, which is wonderful to see. Very cool stuff there, and I hope you enjoyed that one. Again, you never know what you're going to get here on Your Music Live. We go all around the world with all sorts of music and all ages. I think that may have just broken the record for the youngest performer ever. I think we've had folks who are 12 and 13 and 14 that are producing music that have shared here on the show before. Not sure that we've had anyone under the age of 4. But there you go. We'd have now. We probably had samples of people's kids when they're younger, but not actually creating the music. Next up, we have Bo Few and brother Louie, Modern Talking, created with GarageBand, iPad Air 2, my old version of the track. Thanks. Let's jump over and give this one a spin.
Stand the flame, grows silent, babe. Don't let it steal your heart. It's easy, easy. Girl, this king can last forever. Why? We cannot live together. Try. Don't let it take your love from me. You're no good, can you see, brother Louie, Louie, Louie? I'm in love, such a free. Oh, she's only looking to me. Only love brings her heart, brother Louie, Louie, Louie. Only love spare it die. Oh, she's only looking to me. Brother Louie, Louie, Louie. Oh, she's only looking to me. Oh, let it Louie. She's undercover. Brother Louie, Louie, Louie. Oh, do what you doing. So leave it Louie, 'cause I'm a lover.
Very cool. And yes, belonged in the cover section. Did Pete put it in the right section? No, he did not. But very cool stuff. And I actually saw that one being shared over on the Create, Record, Release Facebook group, which I'll give a little plug for that one. If you're on Facebook, do join the Create, Record, Release Facebook group. It is a platform agnostic, musical genre agnostic place to just share the joy and love of creating, to ask questions, to share your creations, and really embrace the attitude of create, record, release, which is what we like around here. Hey, if you're releasing... Yep. You know where I'm going here. If you're releasing your music, why not do it with our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid? Because for as little as $24.99 per year, you can release an unlimited number of songs, EPs, and albums. And as you can see here, I have taken full toll of the generosity of DistroKid. I've released a bunch of songs from way, way back when. And let me tell you the story of how cool it felt to release my first EP. It was called Recoil, and I released it here on the 1st of April, April Fool, 2017. So 8 years, more than 8 years ago, and that's how long I've been using DistroKid. They haven't been sponsoring the channel for quite that long, but I've definitely been using and loving them. And you can see here that, you've just got the ability to do so much stuff here with DistroKid. You can download. We've now got audio swap as a new feature. If you need to replace your audio, you can create videos with Visi. You can add credits. You can add lyrics to your music, and you can even add it to more stores. You might have noticed that this has been all sort of improved and streamlined in recent times. So it's even better and even easier to look at your previous songs and to see exactly what's going on. You can set up splits as well, so you can collaborate with other folks. You've got a hyper follow page, so you can actually set up a cool page that people can come to and go to all the places that they can stream your music. You can customize those pages too. There is just so many features here on DistroKid, so check them out. If you're releasing music, if you have music you want to share with the world, get it out there with DistroKid. from as little as $24.99 per year, and save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. We thank DistroKid for their ongoing support of Your Music Live. Let's go down under with Stephen Hewitt. This is an old jam made on Korg Oasis keyboard and trumpet. I'm relearning LumaFusion, so I made a right-hand drive dashcam version using the rear camera recording and too many effects. Is there such a thing? Probably. This is Down Under, Stephen Hewitt on Your Music Live. Stephen Hewitt bringing those cool trumpet sounds. And I love the rear camera in reverse, making it look like he's driving on the right side, apart from all the traffic going backwards on the other side. In case you didn't know, here in Australia here down under, we drive on the left. So that's why, yeah, it looked a bit funny there, because it was the rear view camera, but in reverse. So cool stuff there from Stephen Hewitt. Up next, we've got Jim Hebert, and Jim has a song about how FM radio went corporate and isn't like it used to be. Maybe I should have played this one straight after the Lily Pillies. Same kind of jam, isn't it? We're all getting on in years and miss what the radio used to mean to us. So this one's called FM Radio. Where did you go?
More music on your favorite station.
I was only 15. Listen to the radio beneath the covers, volume turned down low. FM radio sounding crisp and clear. Tiny transistor pressed against my ear. Supposed to be asleep, music wouldn't wait. Listened for hours, stayed up too late. Kept real quiet, not to make a sound. Just a kid from a Midwest town. FM radio, where did you go? You rock the world and status quo. Now you're nothing more than a shell of a former sound I knew so well. Commercials were few.
Ah, yes. I mean, the rose-colored glasses we have looking back on things and getting nostalgic aside, yeah, hasn't things changed, haven't they? Changed over time. And listening to that one does take you back. I love the, supposed to be asleep and you're listening to the radio. That was definitely me back in the day. And I love rocking the status quo. Come on, double meaning for the win. Well done, Jim. What a great tune. Thank you for sharing that one. If you'd like to participate in the show and share a song on the next show, go to studiolive today.com/YML. You'll get to a Google form. You fill it in. I keep it simple. You give us your name, the song, the link, and a couple of line description, like Nigel Parker has done right here, where he said it's about a young lady that loves everything to do with the countryside and nature, recorded in Logic. It's called She Thrives Out There. Nigel Parker on Your Music Live.
She wakes up with the sunrise glow where the wildflowers grow. Boots on, she's ready to go down the old dirt road. Hands in the earth, heart full of grace. You can see it on her face. City lights could never replace that wide open space. She's got a song the trees can hear and a smile that brings dear near. She breathes in that country air. She comes alive out there. She thrives out there. Out there. When the rivers dance and the skies are fair, with her arms wide open, feathered hair. She thrives out there. Thrives out there. And the world just fades when she's in the clear. You'll find her soul where the wild runs bare. She talks to the animals, walks through the trees with the gentlest ease, humming tunes on the breeze like a honeybee's knees. Dandelion's bow as she goes, nature already knows. She's the heartbeat in the meadow where the greenest love grows. She's got rhythm the river keeps, streams in color, roots run deep. In that field her spirit leaps, she's never felt more free. She thrives out there. Thrives out there where the rivers.
Maybe the first ever song to mention honeybees' knees. I've heard of the bee's knees. Maybe that's what it is, the honeybee's knees. I like it. Good stuff there from Nigel Parker. Nice hook too. She thrives out there. Got that real country kind of vibe to it. Well done, my friend. Thank you for sharing that one. Next up, we have Maverick. And Maverick says, happy to announce this is my third song I've properly wrote, made in GarageBand. And whilst a demo, its finalised version will come shortly. Well, let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is called Substance from Maverick here on Your Music Live.
Another cycle, another repeat. The same old story inside of me. This brain is fuzzy and I'm on heat. How long will this night even repeat? Down again at the bottom of the bottle, I watched her bend, abusive cycle, leaning on for some kind of abstraction, leaving me a brain dead attraction. Crying when I'm caught in the lie. Take me out and leave me to die. I'll be your next substance, be your next fix.
Definitely hit the passion with that one. Maverick here. Very cool. Substance, the demo from an upcoming EP. I would bring your backing track up a little bit. I think the vocals are a little much drowning out the backing vocals and the backing track. Maybe a little reverb or delay on the vocals. It's a little bit dry at the moment, but again, what I love is the passion. You can tweak the mix, you can tweak the effects. You can't add passion after the fact. So thank you for sharing that one. Up next is old mate Cannibal Ren. Not a real cannibal. I made the drawing in this video and thought, good song idea? Yes, yes. Make song? Yes, song. I made a song. It's a very song-like. I don't know. I'm tired today, so my brain is just turning to mush. The lead is my signature music box and a very high-pitched guitar. I love my music box. Again, I'm just going to read them. You write them, I read them. Let's have a spin. Cannibal Ren. You were born a couple of decades too late, Cannibal Ren, because you would have fit in perfectly in like the 90s demo scene and tracking scene, because that's some cool tunes and some cool art. Yeah, I could see you doing ASCII art and rocking out mod files on Fast Tracker back in the day. Cool stuff though, thank you. For Sharon, Sharon is Karen, Karen is everything. Adorable Anarchy's up next with an original song. Hi Pete, original song? Hi Pete, here's my song, Get Me Out of My Head. I suffer from anxiety and I wrote this about that. Sometimes I just want out of my head because I can't stop thinking. Yes, yes, joining the club, welcome to the club. Yeah. I think many of us can relate. All right, let's give this one a spin. This is Adorable Anarchy here on Your Music Live.
Peaceful fields of green instead. Castle walls, empty house, reality fled. You just were out of my head. Get me out of my head, out of my head. So peaceful fields of green instead. Castle walls, empty house, reality fled. Let me feel.
Very cool stuff there from Adorable Anarchy. I look forward to hearing and seeing a full version of that song because that is really cool. Really good hook. Nicely done. Thank you for sharing that one. If you're just joining us here, we are recording live to tape this week. I know it's disappointing that I'm not here with you live, but I'm live to tape, as you would have seen, even when I make mistakes and put songs in the wrong spot. I could fix that. Not gonna. But we do this thanks to DistroKid. If you'd like to, jump in the description. You can check out all the songs that we play. You can leave a like. If you're on the replay, say, yo, Pete, replay crew for the win, or something like that. And thank you all for being here. Next up, we have Cash. Not the folding kind, the musical kind. They say about feeling lost in the city, working, missing nights out, watching life go by, from delayed trains to overpriced flats, the in-between feeling of not knowing if you're too early or too late for everything. It is called Too Early, Too Late. Your Music Live.
They all told me, get a life, then I did, and I lost mine. My flash is nice above the off lights. Pissed off teens and nights. Fall asleep to the sound of only needing 20 pounds to go out and eternalize the streets. They have the world to meet. Got to London Underground. Newsstands, ads, and smog around. Delayed trains, a bloody joker's town. The clubs are filled with clowns. The good pubs all shut down. Life is like this train, am I too early, too late at the wrong gate?
What a track. Too Early, Too Late. I love the storytelling element of that one there from Cash. You can really feel it. The pubs, the clubs are full of people that are dodgy, and then all the good pubs are shut down. Man, can I relate to that. We've got that problem here in Adelaide, and I know it's the fact all around the world where there's all this urban development, and there's all these buildings, apartment buildings being put up in cities right next to pubs that have been there for hundreds of years in some cases, or if not at least decades. And they're like, oh, we live here now, it's residential, it's our apartment, you can't play that live loud music at the very late hour of 9:30 p.m. You got to shut it down. And it's kind of ridiculous that the good musical venues are being shut down because people are building apartment buildings. And by the way, the people aren't to blame. It's the hedge funds and the big development companies that are putting in these apartment buildings. They don't need to. They don't need to be there. They can be a couple of blocks away from where people go and listen to music. Anyway, let's play another song. This is Galileo Chateau. This is a song I used to rock off to. I hope you can fit it in this week's show. Be blessed. Sorry, that was in caps, so I had to yell it. Galileo Chateau. And we're going to play it. It's called Moody.
When I feel like not enough, when I feel like not enough, I'm moody. When I feel like not enough, I'm moody. I'm moody. I'm moody. I feel like not enough. When I feel like roughing things up. Oh, roughing it up. I feel like not enough. I'm dead. I feel like not enough. When I feel like not enough. Moody. Sometimes I say shucks. Sometimes I say shucks. Yeah. What happened there? You know, I feel like not enough.
Sometimes I say shucks. There you go. I love it. Very cool, very eclectic, very weird, very awesome, as always, from Galilei Gateau. Thank you for sharing that one. And hello, if you're here live in the chat. Hi. Hello. Hello to you. Hello also to our next artist. His name is Roy Perez. Yes, his name is Roy Perez is the artist name of his name is Roy Perez. This is the intro to COVID Chronicles Volume 1. It's inspired by a scene in Fight Club. I made this on GarageBand for iOS. Thank you and enjoy Watermelon. I have to read the emojis too, don't I? Absolutely. It's called Say My Name. Here on Your Music Live. What was that name again? I forgot. His name is Roy Perez. I'm telling you, for the last time, his name is Roy Perez. Hey, guess what? We're coming towards the end of the show. I know, it's flown by for me too, and I've been sitting here by myself. So I can only imagine how much fun it's been for you folks watching along at home, in the office, on the bus, at the beach, on the toilet. I don't judge because we all have mobile devices these days. So wherever you've been tuning in from, thank you. And we'll close off. I'll thank you all properly at the end. But as we're about to dive in here, don't forget, thumbs up because the sun's up, or even if it's not. Thumbs up down below. And all of the songs that you've heard here today are also down below. Hey, I wonder if Tremor Bear's here. Well, you know what? It doesn't actually matter. I hope he is, but it doesn't actually matter because I can do this and say, hey, Tremor Bear, what time is it? Ready? Auntie Penny! Yes, Auntie Penny's back again. It's time for the anti-penultimate song. And this is a cracking anti-penultimate song because it's one of my favourite artists named after brothers. It's the Chandler Brothers. Cheers, Pete. We are pleased to share with the community our newest song, Memories on the Mountain. The song was written with a sentiment of honour to those who have shaped our lives. Some may be gone, others just far away, but their presence still lingers like echoes through the pines. Guest video appearances from my father-in-law Bob, my little Yorkie Lily. All Chandler Brothers tracks are mastered by Jade Star. We're going to take a look and a listen in at this one. This is Chandler Brothers. This is Memories on the Mountain.
That I decided to go on my own. Thought it would be nice to go to the mountains and start a new home. My father gave me a piece of land that I could call my own. together. I'll be there to help you soon.
Knows the wind and rain. He's walked through joy and he's crawled through the pain. He don't run, no, he don't hide. Just watches the river roll on by.
He said, make sure you put your windows facing the mountains and the moon. The wind blows in from the north. That's when you know that winter's coming soon. So there he was standing at my front door with his tool belt in his hand. Said, son, I'm a man of my word. I will help you the best I can. His skin is like leather.
See, when the song's that good, you got to sneak in the little guitar solo as well. Very cool stuff there from our friends. Oh, we got some doggo. We got to get the doggo in here. Hang on. Sorry, I know everyone would have been like, excuse me, Johns, there was a doggo mentioned and you did not show the doggo. Well, now we did. Thank you to the Chandler brothers, to Patrick Chandler, to Sean Chandler, to all the Chandler crew. You are a wonderful creators and even better people, which is saying something because you create some great music. It is penultimate song time and it's Catherine McChrystal. Did I hear a rumour? I could be wrong here, but I thought I heard that Catherine McChrystal is going to be on Frank Terzo's Community Pulse show, which will be tomorrow at the time you're watching this. If that's the case, someone, me or maybe Thomas Christ or someone, will be finding that link and throwing it in the chat for you so that you don't miss hearing from Catherine or whomever Frank has on the show, because he always has some wonderful artists on the show. Catherine says, hey Pete, I wrote the verses of this song, but it needed a chorus. Was watching an episode of Twin Peaks Season 3 and the line, the dreamer who dreams and lives inside the dream, jumped out at me because the first line became the first line in the chorus. Inspiration everywhere. Thanks, David Lynch, R.I.P. Yeah, get your inspiration from wherever you can. And a lot of people are fearful of like, oh, I don't want to steal from other artists. Guess what? Everything, like there's only a certain number of words in the English language. There's only 12 notes in the Western scale. Everything sounds like something else, so you don't really have to worry about it. This is Catherine McChrystal and Dreamer Who Dreams, our penultimate song here on Your
Hello.
Music.
So this is a new song called Dreamer Who Dreams.
The devil resting on my shoulder might be a hidden muse. There's those who say he's tempting me, coercing me to choose the road that seems imposing and which leads my heart to lie. But I'll go drunken through my reverie where angels fear to fly. Am I the dreamer who dreams and lives inside the dream? Or the absent-minded fool evading truth's unbending beam? Is she the dreamer who dreams absent-minded fool, evading truth's unbending beam. Now the angel lost her halo and she strayed too close to sin. All she sought was a warm embrace, so the devil took her in. They talked all night by firelight, and in the morning she moved on. Forever changed by the one they claim will guide the right to wrong. Is she the dreamer who dreams and lives inside a dream? Or the absent...
Definitely works well, that line. Yeah, very cool stuff. Getting inspired. Wherever you find inspiration is a cool, cool thing. You know what's a cool thing? Or maybe not a cool thing. Maybe you just want this show to keep going on and on because there's so much cool music in the world. Well, I have some bad news for you, but also good news. The bad news is the show is about to end. The good news is we've got one more song to play for you. And guess what? We'll be back again next week. 262 shows in. Yeah, no sign of going anywhere anytime soon. So we are going to finish off here. I did want to say a huge thank you to all of the fabulous artists that we've played on this week's show. Thank you for being part of this very special edition of Your Music Live, being recorded live to tape here from Studio Live Today Studios in Adelaide, South Australia. Thank you to all the fine folks who have been watching here live. I assume you're here live. If otherwise, I'm talking into nothing. No. Thank you all for watching and for being here for the live premiere of the show. And if you're catching up on the replay, because it is at an awkward time, I know, especially for our friends in the UK and Europe and other parts of the world, then thank you for being here on the replay. And I've got to say a massive thank you to these folks here. DistroKid have been sponsoring this show for more than 3 years. They are awesome. They support independent music. Yes, they're a company. Of course they are. But they look after you as a user. They're constantly changing and improving. You saw from today, they're constantly changing and improving things. And not just that, oh, we've changed everything so it's hard now and you can't find anything. No, it's constantly looking for ways to improve the experience for you and to get your music out there into as many ear holes as possible. So if you're an independent artist or creator and want to get your music out there to the world, head on over to studiolivetoday.com/DistroKid and you can save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. It is time. It is time for our final song here, and we're going to play it for you in just a wee jiffy. Did I make a huge error here? Let's see. I did. The song I played in the middle part was actually the song that they'd submitted for the end part, but it was a cover song. So I'm going to have to, on the fly here, using my skills of finding other songs, jump in here and hand pick another song to play for you here from our friend. Or should we do that one? Or that one? You don't know what I'm looking at, do you? Let's see. What can we play? Yeah, let's go out with some Neil Young. This is Don't Let It Bring You Down, a Neil Young cover. We did play it about a year ago, but we're going to play it here again because it just seems appropriate. We had the Crosby, Stills, Nash song. We had the Neil Young cover. It's very much a CSNY kind of vibe here today. So let's go out with this one because I made an error. This is Wild Rose CC. Thank you, CC, for being awesome and for being a wonderful supporter of Your Music Live and of Studio Live Today. You rock, and a very deserved featured artist here this week. So without further ado, this is a cover of Don't Let It Bring You Down, Neil Young, Wild Rose CC. Hey folks, be kind to yourselves this week, be kind to others, keep creating, and I'll see you real soon here on Studio Live Today.